Let me tell you a story. When I was young and I got into school, I was very bad at reading. I had a hard time sitting still. Yeah, I was that kid. Probably all the teachers thought I had ADHD or some shit, but anyways, that's besides the point. So basically when we had to start reading or learn how to read, I had a very hard time learning that, and my parents tried very hard to make me better. And I didn't, at least that's what they told me, I didn't try and confront it. I just did it. But I didn't do it a second more than what they told me to do. So I grew up and I don't know, I hated reading. I hated it more than anything. Every time we got our homework with the reading, I was just like, oh my fucking God, I don't want to do this. But yeah, fast forward, I think it was like after what I guess you would call high school in Denmark or college, I'm not sure. But basically I was 18 and I just finished that and started becoming an electrician. And it was around this time where I picked up, I think, my first book, which was Rich Dad, Poor Dad, like everyone else, right? And I just remember reading that book and I read it in like 4 days. It was the most bizarre and awesome experience that I have had with a book. It was just like everything clicked. It was like, whoa, this is actually useful information. It makes sense. It's like, why the fuck am I wasting my time for money? I should build assets. That's how you get rich, if you didn't know. It's not trading your time for money. It's having assets like what I'm doing right now. Like a video is a digital asset on the internet. It's basically like a digital real estate because it will be here forever, right? And maybe generating ads or AdSense, ad income, whatever you want to call it. Now, that was the breaking point for me in terms of books. And here's what I want to tell you, because I went from someone that hated reading to loving to read. I don't know if you can see this, but I have like 2 books next to me or besides here. And I have on this travel brought with me 4 or 5 books. So I brought Alex Hormozi's Offers book. I brought Alex Hormozi's Leads book. I brought with me Expert Secrets. I brought with me Influence by Robert Cialdini, I think it's called. And then I brought with me Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Because the thing is that, guys, you don't need, like, I know all these people tell you that you need to read a fuck ton of books. I mean, I encourage you to do that, but it's better actually just to study a few good ones. Think about the skills that you want to learn. Think about the areas that you want to improve that will take you to that next level. This is the reason why I brought with me these specific books, because these books, I know if I master them, if I internalize them, they will change my life if I actually take action on them, which I am doing. Now, another concept I want to share with you, which is probably the most important one, and I want you to listen because I don't know if you realize this, but let's take Alex Hormozi or the author of Expert Secret, Russell Brunson, I think he's called. These people, right? I don't know how much money they make per second or per like minute, but it's a lot. Now, let's say you had to get in a room with those people or actually like talk with them, you know, get a one-on-one coaching with them. How much do you think that would cost for an hour of their time? 10,000, 50,000, 100,000? Because you see, rich people's problems are not money, funny enough, it's time. So as you can imagine, if you want a one-on-one session with them, it will be fucking expensive, to say the least. Now, here's the crazy part. You can buy these books, right? That they have spent hours, years compiling all their knowledge, pain and suffering and put it into these books for $15 fucking dollars. Do you understand how crazy that is? Like, you can literally, for $15 or $20, whatever, doesn't matter, right? You can basically, in a sense, get mentored for $20. Because if you got into a room, let's say with Alex Hormozi, what would he teach you? He would fucking teach you the thing that's in the book, right? So I feel like that's the most underrated thing ever. Because literally the things that took him to that level is the things that are in his book. It's what is in every book. If you realize it, these people put years of their time into these books and you can just like read it in a week. Now, not every book will have the same impact, but the way that I see it, the way that I have experienced it, and I have read quite a few books now, is that every book teaches me something. I usually always take one idea or one concept or something that impacted me in a way, that I internalized one way or another. So for example, I read a book that was literally called The One Thing. What did I take from that thing? Well, I started seeing things like that. Like, what is the one thing that I can do that would have the most impact on the things that I want to achieve? What is the one thing that would move the ball forward? In today's society, one of the major problems is focus, right? It's figuring out what is your priorities. If you don't have your priorities down, how the hell do you expect yourself to focus on anything and get anything done? So here's my suggestion to you. If you don't have a lot of money, you probably have $20 or something, or you can find a way to fucking get $20, right? I want you to figure out, what is your number one problem? Is it focus? Is it clarity? Is it being consciously aware of your problems? Is it emotional problems? Is it business related? That's why I have Alex Hormozi's books, right? Is it about content and attention, right? That's why I brought the book Influence, because it's about persuasion, and literally what is a video? It's just me talking to another person in a sense, right? Everyone says algorithm, but as Mr. Beast, also other people nicely put it, it's just about the audience. It's about the you behind the screen, right? So persuasion is key in that sense. Figure out what your biggest problem is, spend $20 on that one book, and I promise you, you will take away at least one life-changing thing that will change your perspective. Because you got to remember, what is the difference between you and, let's say, Elon Musk? It's not time. You both have 24 hours, right? Then you might say, yeah, he has a lot of money, but, well, he also started from zero, right? And you could take away all his money, all his wealth, all his reputation and make him into nothing. But what would he still have? He will still have wisdom and perspective. Many people believe that you want the external circumstances like outcomes, but that is just a byproduct of the person that you become. So that by that extension, what you really want is to become the person who can get what you want. That's it. Because if you knew how to get it, you would get it, right? If you had the skills, if you had the knowledge, if you had the perspective, if you have the belief that you would get those things, then why the fuck would you not get it? So anyways, guys, find a book, read it, change your life. Look, I have been there trying to find that one video that will change it all. But here's the hard truth. Watching more videos won't change a goddamn thing. What might actually help you is surrounding yourself with other creators that are on the same journey, just like you, struggling with the same things, just like you. Now, I will not sell you the dream of this will be easy like any other fucking guru, but I will promise you this much. I will do everything in my power to help you get results. So take action now by clicking the link in the description and joining a free community of like-minded people. I'll see you there.